there is a place on Earth where the forest seems to breathe. Not in a poetic way. In a real, living, planet-shaping way. A place where rivers look like oceans, trees rise higher than buildings, and life hides in every shadow, every leaf, every drop of rain. This is the Amazon rainforest, the largest tropical rainforest on Earth. But the deeper you go, the more you realize something strange. The Amazon is not just a forest. It is a weather machine. A library of life. A homeland. A battlefield. And one of the greatest mysteries still alive on our planet. For centuries, people have called it endless. But today, scientists, indigenous communities, and conservationists are asking a much harder question: how much of the Amazon can be lost before the forest stops being a forest? The Amazon stretches across northern South America, covering parts of Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Bolivia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. From above, it looks like an ocean of green. But beneath the canopy, it is a world of layers. At the very top, giant trees reach for sunlight. Some are so tall that their crowns rise above the forest like islands in the sky. Below them is the canopy, a tangled roof of leaves and branches where monkeys leap, birds call, insects swarm, and flowers bloom in places most humans will never see. Then comes the understory, dim, humid, and still. The sunlight is weaker here. The air feels heavy. Vines twist around trunks. Roots spread like wooden walls. And on the forest floor, life moves quietly. A jaguar passes like a shadow. A poison dart frog glows like a warning sign. Leafcutter ants march in perfect lines, carrying pieces of green twice their size, not to eat directly, but to farm fungus underground. The Amazon is full of these hidden systems. Nothing here is simple. Even death becomes part of life almost instantly. A fallen tree becomes food, shelter, soil, and opportunity. Fungi break it down. Insects enter. Seeds find light. New life begins in the space left behind. That is one reason the Amazon feels eternal. It is always recycling itself. But what truly makes this forest extraordinary is not just what you can see. It is what it does. The Amazon helps move water through the sky. Every day, billions of trees pull water from the ground and release moisture into the air through their leaves. This invisible flow helps create clouds, rain, and weather patterns that reach far beyond the jungle. In some places, the forest makes its own rain. That idea sounds impossible until you understand the scale. The Amazon River Basin is the largest drainage system on Earth. Its rivers and tributaries carry an immense amount of fresh water, winding through the continent like silver veins. The Amazon River itself is one of the greatest rivers in the world. It begins near the Andes and moves eastward across South America, gathering water from thousands of streams and tributaries before finally reaching the Atlantic Ocean. Along the way, the river transforms the forest. During the rainy season, water rises and floods huge areas. Trees stand half submerged. Fish swim between trunks. Pink river dolphins move through flooded forests, hunting in places where, months earlier, animals may have walked. In the Amazon, the line between land and water is never fixed. And that shifting world has shaped some of the strangest and most brilliant life on Earth. There are macaws with colors so bright they look unreal. Sloths that move slowly enough for algae to grow in their fur. Harpy eagles strong enough to hunt monkeys in the canopy. anacondas sliding through swamps, electric eels producing powerful shocks in muddy water, and thousands of species still not fully known to science. The Amazon is often described as one of the most biodiverse places on the planet, and for good reason. About 1 in 10 known species lives in the greater Amazon region. But biodiversity is not just a number. It is a relationship. The Brazil nut tree, for example, depends on specific bees for pollination. Its hard seed pods are opened by animals like agoutis, which bury seeds and accidentally plant the next generation. Remove one part of that chain, and something much larger begins to weaken. The forest is not a collection of isolated creatures. It is a web. And humans have always been part of that web. Long before outsiders imagined the Amazon as untouched wilderness, indigenous peoples lived there, traveled its rivers, studied its plants, managed landscapes, and built deep knowledge systems over generations. For many indigenous communities, the forest is not simply a resource. It is memory, medicine, food, identity, responsibility. Modern science is still learning what indigenous knowledge has understood for centuries. Protecting the Amazon is not only about protecting trees. It is about protecting the people who know how to live with the forest without destroying it. But the Amazon also holds a painful history. The arrival of colonizers, rubber exploitation, mining, logging, road building, cattle ranching, and land grabbing brought violence and pressure to the forest and its communities. In many places, the damage did not come all at once. It came road by road, fire by fire, clearing by clearing. At first, a road cuts into the trees. Then comes logging. Then farms. Then cattle. Then fire. And from above, the forest begins to look different. Instead of one continuous green world, it becomes a broken pattern: forest, field, smoke, road, forest again. This is where the story of the Amazon becomes urgent. Because the rainforest has limits. When trees are cut down, the forest loses part of its ability to recycle moisture. When fires burn through areas not adapted to frequent burning, the damage can last for years. When drought becomes more intense, trees become weaker. And when enough forest is lost or degraded, scientists worry that parts of the Amazon could shift toward a drier, more open ecosystem. That possibility is sometimes called a tipping point. It does not mean the entire Amazon disappears overnight. Nature rarely changes like that. It means that stress can build until recovery becomes much harder, and the forest begins to lose the conditions that made it a rainforest in the first place. This is why documentaries such as Crisis in the Amazon, Will the largest rainforest in the world survive? Capture so much attention. The question is not just dramatic. It is real. The Amazon is facing several pressures at once. Deforestation removes trees directly. Degradation weakens forests that still appear green from above. Illegal mining can poison rivers. Fires can spread during dry periods. Climate change can intensify heat and drought. And these problems do not stay inside the forest. They connect to global climate, rainfall, food systems, wildlife, and human health. For a long time, people called the Amazon the lungs of the earth. It is a powerful phrase, but it can be misleading. The forest does produce oxygen, but it also uses much of that oxygen through decomposition and respiration. Its global importance is not as simple as breathing for us. Its importance is deeper. The Amazon stores enormous amounts of carbon in its trees and soils. It helps regulate water. It shapes regional climate. It shelters millions of species. It supports communities. It holds genetic diversity that could help medicine, agriculture, and science in ways we do not yet understand. When we lose forest, we are not only losing scenery. We are losing possibilities. And yet, the Amazon is not only a story of destruction. It is also a story of resistance. Indigenous land defenders continue to protect territories. Scientists track forest change with satellites and field research. Conservation groups work to restore damaged areas. Local communities develop sustainable ways to earn a living from standing forests. Protected areas, when respected and enforced, can preserve enormous stretches of habitat. There are still places in the Amazon where the forest remains vast, powerful, and alive beyond imagination. At dawn, mist lifts from the river. Birds call before the sun reaches the ground. A monkey shakes rain from a branch. A fish breaks the surface of black water. Somewhere in the distance, a tree that has stood for hundreds of years continues pulling water from the soil and sending it into the sky. The Amazon is not silent. It is speaking constantly. Through rain. Through roots. Through birdsong. Through warning signs. Through survival. The question is whether we are listening. Because the Amazon is not a faraway place disconnected from the rest of the world. It is part of the same planet system that feeds our weather, our oceans, our climate, and our future. To understand the Amazon is to understand that nature is not background. It is infrastructure. It is history. It is intelligence. It is life supporting life. And maybe that is the most powerful truth hidden inside this forest. The Amazon does not need to be magical to be miraculous. It only needs to be real. A rainforest large enough to shape the sky. A river system powerful enough to redraw the land. A living world so rich that even now, after centuries of exploration, it still keeps secrets. If this journey through the Amazon rainforest made you see our planet differently, give the video a like, subscribe for more documentary stories, and keep exploring with Veya Scope.